Hey, welcome back to the Anime again. You can't see this, but again we've cleaned up and rearranged the office. And whenever you do these sort of things, you always come across old stuff that you've packed away, you've kept hidden for years. And of course this is the case with this, which is because it's wonderfully splendiferous, of course. Top box, Storm 30th anniversary, all-time greats trading card. And when you do these things, you always have that sort of interest of wanting to find out what it's worth. Well, stick with us and we're going to explain some stuff to you. So cleaning up the office, we found this, of course, statue of Skybox. I got it wrong in the prelude. Skybox trading card, probably circa 1994. It's the Storm 30th anniversary, of course, card. Part of their all-time greats release, and I think when I bought this I paid about $50 for it back in about '94, because it comes in this nice hard case that I brought at the same time. And I thought, well, I wonder what, we all do it, you find something old. I mean, it's coming up 20 years old, what's it worth? Well, sometimes you just don't really want to know, and the reason why is I went onto eBay, and these are actually fetching anywhere from about $3.99 to $4.99. That's not $399, $499, that's $3.99 to $4.99, which means my $50 investment has actually gone down in value. So how come? Why do things go down in value? Why isn't this worth hundreds of dollars? Well, the interesting part about collectibles is because it's only worth something on the day if someone's willing to pay something for it. And that's what happens in something like this. I'm probably one of them, millions of collectors who actually collected this back in the day. Yes, this was a rare card and it was one of the more limited cards. But by the early 90s, everybody was keeping their trading cards and their comics. This was a time when there was a boom. There was this big interest in comic books. And there was big interest in trading cards. Following there was a Wall Street collapse about 88, I could be wrong, it might have been 87. People were looking for new places to invest their money, and all of a sudden trading cards old trading cards, old comic books were worth a fortune. So all of a sudden investors were buying new ones in the hope that years down the track they'd be worth more money. And because of that, because there's so much volume out there, the price really has stagnated on these. And so you can buy these things for less than what I paid for it. And of course you hold on to it for another 30 years and it might actually be worth about what I paid for it. And that's the big thing. And the other thing too, of course, is things go off the bird. Trading cards are nowhere near as popular as what they were back in the 90s or even back in the 80s. The releases are getting rarer and rarer. More inclined nowadays that the card releases are actually more, sort of slided towards the trading card games, the old collectible trading card games. And those cards are still worth a lot of money because they do obviously option out rare cards throughout the packs, which makes them deliberately more expensive. So this is the bane of being a collector, is that sometimes your wonderfully old piece of coolness, this thing that you brought because it was going to be ultra cool, becomes a worthless piece of crap. Doesn't mean I'm going to throw it away, of course. I'm not going to give it away because, hell, I'll hold on to it for another 30 years, why not? It's just one of those things where, it can be very disheartening when you go online and you check out the price of that thing that you paid a lot of money for many years ago, and you suddenly find out it's nowhere worth anywhere near what you paid for it. So always be wary. Don't buy things for their future investable value. Buy things because, like this card, it had some cool artwork on it and it had that cool factor. In 1993 I was a huge X-Men fan and that's why I bought it. So thank you very much for watching and we'll see you next time.